What up, Dokkaners? JP has the data download for the Gohan and Cell EZAs. They are going to be receiving said EZAs tonight. They are getting it tonight. Less than 10 hours from me posting this video-ish. They will be receiving these three EZAs: Superhero Gohan, LR Cell, and Gohan. Leaving Global to wonder, where is our data download? When are we going to be receiving these EZAs, and what is going on Global? This video, I was hoping to not make it, which is why I kept waiting and waiting and waiting in the hopes that Global would receive something in terms of news, but we didn't get anything. So Global Dokkan once again proving how inept they are at conveying information to their players. So that leaves us to pick up the pieces. So what can I tell you about the situation? Well, I cannot give you a concrete answer. So if you're wondering, does Toon know exactly when it's going to be dropping on Global? I don't. Just like you and every other Global player or data miner, I don't know what's going to be happening. Nobody knows on the Global side of the game, but I think this is going to be another situation like the Gammas, where Global gets everything a little bit later than JP. The last time we had this was during the Gamma banner release back during October of 2022. There, Global received their banner 1 week after JP. You could call that a win because Global got a free opportunity to window shop and then make a decision for themselves whether or not they wanted to summon before the banner ultimately releases. But at the same time, we were also in the middle of the Halloween con where they brought out the Majin Vegeta. So that did drain a few people of their red coins. So, you know, Global players, if you want to consider this as another opportunity to window shop, sure. I don't personally agree that this is the same, because here we've had these units for a while. They have been long needing an EZA. The fact that they now can get one and Global has to sit back and watch as JP gets it first, especially for units that are also involved from a worldwide download celebration front, is just stupid. These units released as part of the 200 million download celebration. So it should be dropping at the same time, but it's not. So when could it be dropping? There are two possible dates in my opinion, the 12th of January and the 16th of January. So I think one of these two dates will be when these units ultimately release on Global. I feel like this is the more realistic release schedule. The 12th of January is when we're going to be receiving the maintenance notice for Global. This is to accommodate the new Area 29 quest stages 1 through 4. So for that, we are going to be receiving a maintenance period that is 6 hours long. So since the units are going to be dropping on JP tonight, 18 hours after they release on JP, Global Dokkan will be going into maintenance for the upcoming area quest stages. And if that happens, maybe during this, we will also receive the Gohan and the Cell assets, the data downloads and all that, as well as collection of epic battles, stage 3 and 4, maybe a new ESBR possibly, Superhero Gohan EZA, and support memories, which, by the way, the support memories both give a permanent boost to the Android Cell Saga category characters, depending on which team you're running. If you run the extreme one, then you get an extreme boost with the Cell support memory, and then for the Gohan, you get a boost for the good guys. So that is what the support memories do. So they're pretty good, and they both come from the collection of epic battles, which also dropped at the same time. Like, all of this stuff dropped at the same time, so we should be getting this stuff at the same time. So if you are of the mindset that Global will not be getting this all together, I think you should just try to wait a little bit longer and just wait for these dates to possibly pass. Keep in mind, folks, we do have missions on Global that further support the fact that we are getting AGL and INT EZAs. 10 steps or 10 Extreme Z Awakenings need to take place on AGL and INT characters. So now we have the necessary pieces to fully take care of the AGL side. We already had 7 courtesy of the AGL Gogeta, but the free-to-play Super Saiyan Superhero Gohan also takes care of that. So if you don't have the Gogeta, you can get the 7-step Extreme Z Awakening done with this. So we should be getting all of this as well, because then we can get the 7 steps with that, plus the remaining 3 comes from the Gohan EZA. The same cannot be said for the INT version though, because for the INT one, you need 10 steps of Extreme Z Awakening. You only get 3 with the LR Cell, leaving 7 left over for an INT TUR, of which no such character exists on Global, or JP for that matter, in terms of an EZA during this time. So this will possibly just be the Goku Dokkan Festival EZA that takes place on the Kid Goku celebration that is most likely coming up next after the Golden Frieza LR drops during this Part 2 celebration. It's so frustrating to me that the movie collaboration is a joint event. Both versions are getting the Dual Dokkan Festival Dual Dokkan Festival Gohan Piccolo. Both versions are getting the story event, the Dokkan event, the Skill Orb event, Red Zone Cell Max. Both versions are getting everything exactly the same here. So the Cell and Gohan being exactly like part of the same theme, you would think that this would be simultaneous, but it's not. It is incredibly frustrating. And the most ironic thing of all of this is that the New Year's celebration for both versions are the celebrations that are allowed to be different, because this is not the joint celebration. This is. But even during the New Year's celebration, both versions got the Gogeta and the Broly at the same time. These two units arguably make less sense to drop simultaneously, as these have nothing to do with superhero, but still we got them at the same time. So I really doubt that Global is going to push this back by months or weeks. I think at most a 1 week window is what we can accept as a global fandom, simply because it's happened before in the context of the Gamma 1 and the Gamma 2. So I feel like if people are upset right now, I totally understand. It's justified. You are completely within your rights to be upset, but I don't think we should throw in the towel just yet. I think we should wait at least until 1 week has passed. Now, in terms of 1 week, literally, if the 12th is the release date for JP, the 19th being 1 week later doesn't quite line up with the scheduling for global, because I don't think there's anything on our current celebration. Actually, let's just go to Dokkan Wiki. Dokkan Wiki's got the new info here. The Dokkan Wiki, yeah, the 21st is when the missions end. The Dokkan Festival ends on the 22nd. So the EZA dropping 3 days before that concludes doesn't work. Plus, you generally want to look for a date that sort of corroborates it. The 16th UTC, 22nd, 28th. Oh, that's permanently, right? That doesn't matter. 22nd, 23rd doesn't make sense. So the 19th literally being a week later, probably not going to work this time around. It's going to be one of these two dates. This chain battle also feels like a really good spot, or like not really good as in I want it to be this, but it makes sense because the cells are crucial to the accelerated battle category that is needed for chain battle. Chain battle requires a bunch of Gohans and Piccolos on the super side, and pretty much for the extreme side, you want perfect cell in every iteration of it. And then I think the attacker also, the primary connector needs to be the perfect cell. So if you've got a perfect cell with higher stats courtesy of an EZA, your score will reflect and be higher. Now, for those of you who might be concerned that your scores are going to be impacted by the lack of an EZA, if that ends up being the case, don't worry, because if one person on global doesn't have the EZA, nobody has it. So it's not going to change the landscape of the chain battle scores at all. When you compare the absolute values of these scores on global compared to JP, yes, it will be different. JP will have a higher score than global because JP will have the EZAs and global potentially will not. But in terms of the core chain battle experience on global, order will be preserved here because nobody will have the EZAs. But then if it is available, it would be actually it would be very annoying if at this singular time slot, or maybe an hour and a half before, the Golden Frieza will release, and then like an hour and a half later, we end up getting the Gohan Cell EZAs at the same time as the chain battle, which would just be dumb because then global players will have to spend about 30 minutes to an hour upgrading those characters, and then they will go into the chain battle and work on these characters. So this date or the 12th are my two guesses. Yes, I have been wrong in the past. That is, yeah, partially a Toon L, which is funny, but it is also a byproduct of global Dokkan being so unpredictably stupid that we just can't figure it out. It is just so improbable to accurately predict how things play out on global. You're better off just not doing it. And honestly, I should be taking my own advice, but I think Toon being wrong is actually kind of funny. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. You know, I'm gonna do my best to try to accurately predict and use logic to, you know, rationalize what could be. But if I end up being wrong, you know, maybe this is like a reverse curse. Maybe Toon saying something's not going to happen means it is going to happen, because I'm the one who said I don't think Global's going to be receiving the Gohan and the Cell EZA. I don't think it's going to happen at all, period. I was wrong. JP got it, so Global will get it too. It's just a matter of when. I think it's going to be here. I'm going to stop talking now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you think about Global Dokkan as a whole in terms of communicating the information to their players? Do you think that it is right or wrong for JP to be getting it earlier than Global? This stagnated release schedule, do you like it? Do you think that this is a precedent for something potentially coming up in terms of a convergence where both versions are on the same schedule? I don't know. Just talk to me. Let me know your feelings about all of this in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Please let this drop tomorrow. Please.